July 18th, and we'll start with roll call.
Diane Vanderwell.
Here.
James Barnes.
Here.
Larry Chesney.
Here.
Sarah Javilicek.
Here.
James Fewens.
Here.
Peter Gower.
Here.
Ron Hawkins.
Here.
Frank Peterson.
Here.
And Kevin Weisky.
Here.
Great. Next we'll move along to election of officers. So first we'll do an election of chair, and that will be from the city of Reno.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Weisky.
thank you. I would like to nominate Peter Gower for the position, please.
Okay, I have a first. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a first and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Great, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next one will belong to election of vice chair, which will be from Washoe County.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner
I'd
Chesney.
like to nominate Sarah Javilicek, please.
Great.
Second.
Okay, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, congratulations. Next, salute to the flag. Commissioner Gower.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, next we'll move along for approval of the agenda. Are there any changes?
No, Madam Chair.
Okay, with that, I'll take a motion, please.
Commissioner Weisky.
Commissioner Weisky.
Mr. Chesney, second.
Okay, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next, we'll move along to approval of the minutes for June 6th Regional Planning Commission meeting. If there are no changes, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make that motion that we approve the minutes.
Commissioner Peterson has the first.
Commissioner Gower, all second.
Okay, I have a first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next, we'll move along to approval of the minutes for June 13, the RPC workshop. If there are no changes, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner
Chesney, I move to approve.
Okay, I have a first.
Commissioner Hawkins, second.
Commissioner Hawkins?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Weisky.
just for the record, I made a statement during the workshop that I
Yes.
was no longer going to be here, and guess what? I'm back.
Yay.
And I'm back for a whole year. So maybe that statement should be corrected or removed from the workshop. Considered removing it from the
Well,
workshop.
at the time,
minutes.
it was,
Yeah, for that minute, it was okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
aye.
Thank you. Next, move along to public comment. Do we have any requests to speak?
No, we do not.
Great. Next, we'll move on to business of the day, public hearing, regional plan conformance review, CR 18-008.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, Nate Kusha, Regional Planning. So the case before you is Regional Planning Conformance Review for the City of Reno Master Plan Amendment, Mountain View Mixed Residential, case number CR 18-008. So the amendment seeks to change approximately 18 acres of industrial and roughly 13 acres of public or quasi-public to about 21 acres of mixed neighborhood and about 11 acres of multifamily neighborhood. And the site is roughly 32 acres in size and located 100 feet east of the intersection of West 4th Street and Summit Ridge Drive. Overhead is a map showing the aerial imagery of the location of the subject site. Here's a closer look at the subject site. It is located in the City of Reno's portion of the TMSA. As you can see, a portion of the amendment site is considered development constrained for slopes greater than 30%. Per the regional plan, policy 2.2.1 places specific limits on development within DCA areas. This requirement is addressed by the City of Reno Master Plan Guiding Principle 7.1b, which limits development on slopes of 30% or greater and requires 2-to-1 mitigation for encroachment. The proposed amendment would change the land use on a portion of the 3 parcels as you can see above, and the change in land use would allow for more housing on a site at abuts an existing transit-oriented development corridor to the south, which is the West 4th Street TOD corridor. Overhead is the review criteria for this conformance review. It's also found in your packet on page 16. In relation to the goals and policies of the regional plan, staff has not identified any significant conformance issues of the proposed amendment and recommends approval based on consistency and/or compatibility with the factors listed in policy 4.1.3. You can find a suggested motion on the screen above or on page 18 of your packet. And this concludes my presentation. And Team RPA staff as well as City of Reno staff are available for any questions.
Great, thank you. This is a public hearing, so I'll open the public hearing. Are there any requests to speak? Okay, I'll close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission for questions, motion, comments.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner
if
Weisky,
there's no discussion, I'm prepared to make the motion.
okay?
I move to find the Mountain View Mixed Residential Amendment to the Reno Master Plan in conformance with the 2012 Truckee Meadows Regional Plan based on the findings listed in the staff report, and I can make all of those findings.
Great,
Madam Chair, Commissioner
Chesney.
Chesney, second the motion.
great, I have a first and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you, motion carries. Next, we'll move along to public hearing, regional plan conformance review, CR 18-007.
All right, good evening, Commissioners. Chris Tolley, Team RPA for the record. Case before you is regional plan performance review for a City of Reno Master Plan Amendment for 855 Echo Avenue, case number CR 18-007. The proposal is a master plan amendment from public facility to industrial. The approximately 13.84 acre site is located on the east side of Mount Vida Street between Cocoa Avenue to the north and Echo Avenue to the south. The said region is composed of moderately dense residential uses, industrial style buildings and uses, and the Reno Stead Airport. The proposal is consistent with the land uses in the surrounding area. Given the proximity to residential uses, a proposed industrial designation is expected to provide for a modest increase in employment opportunities in proximity to residential uses. Final note, this slide depicts the aerial imagery from 2013. As indicated on this slide, the site is located in the City of Reno's portion of the Truckee Meadows service area. According to materials submitted by the City of Reno, public infrastructure to serve the site is currently in place, including roadways, sewer, water, and power. The amendment site is located within 3,000 feet of two identified military installations, including a Naval Operational Support Center. City of Reno staff stated that military commanders are notified of all zoning map amendments and no comments were received. Policy 4.1.3 of the regional plan identifies 6 factors that the RPC must consider, which are listed on this slide. In relation to the goals and policies of the regional planning staff has not identified any significant conformance issues and recommends approval of the proposal based on consistency and/or compatibility with the review factors listed in this policy. You can find the suggested motion on the screen or on page 40 of your packet. This concludes staff's presentation. TMRPA and City of Reno staff are available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, this is a public hearing, so I'll open the public hearing. Are there any requests to speak?
No.
Okay, with that, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission for questions or discussion. Motion?
Motion? Okay.
Commissioner Chesney.
Commissioner Chesney, I move to find the 4855 Echo Avenue Amendment to the City of Reno Master Plan in conformance with the 2012 Truckee Meadows Regional Plan based on the findings listed in the staff report.
I'll second.
Commissioner Weisky, second.
Okay. Commissioner Peterson, I think, beat you out. So I have a first and a second. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion carries. Next, we'll move along to reports, members and directors' reports.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have about 45 minutes of reports to provide you.
Hey, this is my last meeting, so we're moving along, right, Commissioner Reisky?
Yes.
Old school. This is a Weisky meeting.
No, this is a Vanderwell meeting.
Yeah.
I'll shorten that down to just two announcements then.
There you go.
If I may. As you see, your next meeting is August 8th. I did send out a doodle poll earlier today. We're looking to put together a retreat for you on September 13th. Echo Northwest will be in town for that, to host that along with Mike McKeever, who you may remember used to work at SACOG. So we're looking at that. We're looking for your responses on that. And additionally, we are also, yes, Enterprise is coming the week of August 6th. Obviously, you have a meeting on the 8th. We don't have them scheduled to come present to you, but we're actually hosting office hours Monday afternoon and all day Tuesday, if that's something you're interested in. I'm sending you an email tomorrow about that, but I just wanted to give you a heads up tonight. So, thank you.
Legal counsel's report?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jessica Pruney for the record. Nothing to report.
Great, thank you. Requests for future agenda items.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Chesney.
Yes, I would propose that we add to the next agenda or a soon agenda, a discussion for the necessity of a regional environmental impact study in relation to all the future development in the Truckee Meadows Regional Planning Area. This study should include at a minimum the cumulative impacts to date and the future impacts that will occur with continued development, both as new communities and subdivisions and all infill in the planning area.
Okay.
I have that for the record if you
Go.
want.
Madam Chair, thank you. I was
perfect.
just hoping
Thank
for the
you.
language.
There you go. Thank you.
it right down.
Okay, any others? Okay, next we'll move along to public comment. Are there any requests?
No.
Okay, any written correspondence?
There is none.
Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We're done.
I don't know who got that one first.